Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, I'm not ready yet, or I don't have what it takes? Enough! Today, right here, right now, we're ripping those excuses out of your mind and throwing them in the trash where they belong. Because the truth is, success doesn't wait. Opportunity doesn't knock twice. In the life you want, excuses are one of the biggest barriers to success. They show up in our lives in various forms, and the most dangerous part is that we often don't even recognize them. They become a part of our inner dialogue, a whisper that justifies why we can't take action or why we are stuck. We tell ourselves that we're too busy, too tired, or simply not ready. We convince ourselves that we don't have the skills, the resources, or the right circumstances to move forward. But in reality, excuses are nothing more than the stories we tell ourselves to avoid the discomfort of pushing through and taking action. We live in a world where it's easy to make excuses. Every single day, external factors and events test our commitment to the goals we've set for ourselves. Whether it's the pressure of work, family obligations, or the countless distractions that bombard us, life has a way of presenting situations that make it easy to procrastinate. The problem is that these excuses are not just about what's happening outside of us. They often come from within. Our own fear of failure, fear of rejection, and fear of stepping out of our comfort zone. These internal fears feed the excuses, giving them the power to hold us back. And the longer we allow these excuses to control our actions, the further we drift away from the person we want to become and the life we want to live. When we make excuses, we're not just avoiding work, we're avoiding growth. Every time we say, I'll do it tomorrow, or I don't have time right now, we're reinforcing a pattern of inaction that holds us in a loop of mediocrity. But here's the hard truth. Excuses do not serve us, they don't make our lives easier, and they certainly don't help us reach our full potential. Instead, they rob us of the opportunities to grow, learn, and become the best versions of ourselves. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is that we need everything to be perfect before we take action. We convince ourselves that we'll start once we have all the pieces in place, when we have more money, more time, more knowledge. But the truth is that waiting for perfection is just another form of procrastination. Perfection will never come, and the only way to make progress is by taking imperfect action. You don't need all the answers right now. You don't need to know exactly how it will all turn out. What you need is the courage to move forward despite the uncertainties. Another key reason we make excuses is because of our own fear of failure. We fear making mistakes, looking foolish, or not succeeding, so we convince ourselves that it's safer to do nothing. But failure is not the enemy. It's part of the process of growth. Every successful person has failed countless times, but they didn't let those failures define them. They used those experiences as lessons, as stepping stones on their journey to success. Failure is not something to avoid, it's something to embrace. Without it, we would never learn, evolve, or improve. And let's not forget the power of comparison. Social media and the constant exposure to other people's highlight reels can fuel the excuse of feeling like we're not enough. We look at others who seem to have it all figured out and wonder why we're not as successful or why we haven't achieved the same level of success yet. The truth is, everyone has their own journey, and comparing your beginning to someone else's middle is a surefire way to create excuses. Instead of looking outward, look inward. Focus on your own path and take the necessary steps, no matter how small, to move. The key to overcoming excuses is simple. Take full responsibility for your life. Stop blaming external circumstances or other people for where you are. Stop waiting for the perfect time or the right moment to act. The moment is now. It's never going to be perfect, but it will always be enough to get started. And as you take that first step, you'll begin to build momentum, which will carry you through the inevitable challenges and setbacks that arise. Every action you take is a step closer to the person you want to become. And when you stop making excuses, you free yourself to create the life you truly deserve. When you commit to something, you are making a decision to take control of your destiny. Too many people wait for the right moment to begin, but the reality is that there is no perfect time. There will never be a day when everything is aligned and the stars are in perfect formation. If you wait for the perfect conditions, you'll never get anything done. The key is to decide to act now, not later. Once you make that decision, your next move is critical. You don't just wait for things to happen, you create momentum through massive action. This is where most people falter. They start with enthusiasm, but when things get difficult or results aren't immediate, they stop. They let fear, doubt, or frustration dictate their actions. They fall into the trap of waiting for motivation to strike. But motivation is unreliable and fleeting. Discipline, however, is something you can control. It's about doing what you said you would do, regardless of how you feel in the moment. When you commit to something, you're essentially making a promise to yourself that you'll follow through no matter the obstacles. There's power in the decision to keep moving forward, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard. That's when the transformation happens. You start to realize that the path to success is not about waiting for things to become easy. It's about deciding that you will face every challenge head on, no matter how difficult, and persist until you reach your goal. When you make the decision to commit to something, you're also deciding to embrace discomfort and push through barriers. Every time you choose action over hesitation, you get closer to the life you've always dreamed of. The truth is, success isn't about waiting for opportunities to knock at your door. It's about going out and creating your own opportunities. The world doesn't owe you anything. The universe doesn't hand out success on a silver platter. If you want something, you have to go after it. You have to put in the work, make the sacrifices, and push past the point where others would give up. Massive action is about more than just working hard. It's about working smart. It's about aligning your actions with your goals, consistently taking steps that will move you forward. It's not about being busy. It's about being productive and intentional. The key to this is making a commitment to your vision and taking immediate steps to turn it into reality. When you commit, you stop making excuses. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You stop doubting yourself. And you start building confidence with every small action. It's about staying focused on your goal and not letting distractions or setbacks sideline you. It's about staying disciplined in your daily habits, even when things get tough. Action, especially massive action, is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Most people want success, but they aren't willing to put in the necessary effort to achieve it. They look for shortcuts, hacks, or easy paths. But the truth is that there are no shortcuts to success. It requires dedication, hard work, and consistency. It requires a willingness to keep pushing when things get hard and to never back down when you face adversity. When you decide to take massive action, you commit to the process. You accept that there will be setbacks, but those setbacks don't define you. They're a part of the journey. Every setback is simply an opportunity to learn, adjust, and keep moving forward. The successful people you admire didn't get to where they are by waiting for opportunities to come to them. They created those opportunities by taking decisive action over and over again until they achieved their vision. It's a mindset of relentless pursuit. Never stopping, never quitting, and never letting anything stand in your way. When you truly commit, you don't waste time making excuses. You don't waste time second-guessing yourself. You don't waste time wondering if you have what it takes. You take action with the certainty that every step you take will bring you closer to your goals. Your success is determined by your ability to keep moving, even when the path isn't clear. The real power comes from within, and it's fueled by the decisions you make and the actions you take. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. When you decide to take massive action, you're not just committing to the destination, you're committing to the journey. You're deciding to take control, to make the most of every opportunity, and to move with purpose every single day. The only thing standing between you and the success you desire is your decision to take action. If you wait, you'll miss out on the chances that are right in front of you. If you act now, you'll seize those opportunities and create the success you want. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often boils down to one simple factor: discipline. Discipline is the foundation upon which every successful individual builds their life. It's not about motivation or waiting for the perfect moment. It's about the ability to stick to your commitments and consistently take action, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is a powerful force, but it's temporary. It comes in waves, and it can leave just as quickly as it arrives. One day you're motivated to work out, write that book, or chase that dream, but the next day it's all too easy to fall back into old habits. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is the ability to keep moving forward even when the excitement has faded. It's the consistency to do what needs to be done day after day, regardless of how you feel. It's about creating habits that align with your goals and sticking to them even when you'd rather take the easy way out. Successful people don't rely on motivation to drive their actions. They understand that discipline is what keeps them moving, even when obstacles appear. The ability to push through the tough moments, to keep going when it feels hard, is what sets high achievers apart from the rest. Without discipline, even the most talented individuals can find themselves stuck in a cycle of inconsistency. Without it, you will never reach the level of success you're capable of. Discipline isn't about perfection either. It's not about being flawless or never making mistakes. It's about the commitment to show up to keep going even when things aren't going as planned. It's about getting up when you fall down, adjusting your approach, and getting back on track. It's the understanding that success is not a straight line. It's a series of small incremental actions that compound over time. And the only way to make those actions a habit is through discipline. Imagine setting a goal to lose weight, get healthier, or build a business. You might start with great enthusiasm, excited to see the results, but when things get tough, when progress slows, and when you face setbacks, that's when most people quit. They lose motivation, they start making excuses, and they eventually give up. But the disciplined individual knows that this is part of the process. They know that progress takes time, and they commit to showing up every day, even when the results aren't immediate. It's this kind of discipline that leads to long-term success. Building discipline is not easy. It requires constant effort and a deep commitment to your goals. It's about doing the things that you don't want to do because you know they're the things that will help you achieve your dreams. Discipline means waking up early to work on your goals, even when you're tired. It means pushing through your resistance and doing the hard work that others are unwilling to do. It means saying no to distractions and staying focused on the task at hand. The truth is, discipline can be uncomfortable. It's not always easy to do what's required, especially when you don't feel like it. But it's in these moments of discomfort where growth happens. Discipline is what allows you to stay consistent even when the process feels slow. It's what keeps you on track even when the road is bumpy. When you build discipline, you build resilience. You become the kind of person who can face challenges head on because you know that you have the ability to push through. Discipline also breeds confidence. When you consistently show up and do the work, you start to believe in your ability to succeed. You know that if you keep going, you'll eventually reach your destination. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by waiting for motivation to strike. They didn't get there by hoping that things would fall into place. They got there because they made a conscious decision to be disciplined. They made the choice to keep going, even when it wasn't easy, and that is what allowed them to reach the heights they've achieved. You might not always feel motivated, but if you can rely on discipline, you'll be able to push through the tough days. You'll develop a mindset that keeps you focused on your goals, and your progress will become inevitable. Every day you commit to discipline is a day closer to your success, and the more you make it a part of your routine, the easier it becomes. The mindset you carry with you every single day has an immense impact on your life and your results. Your mindset is the lens through which you perceive the world, and it dictates how you respond to challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. The way you think determines the actions you take and ultimately the reality you create. A positive, growth-oriented mindset can transform your life, while a negative, fixed mindset can trap you in a cycle of stagnation. The difference between those who thrive and those who struggle is often not about resources, intelligence, or talent. It's about mindset. A growth mindset is one that embraces challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. It understands that success is not something that's simply handed to you, but rather something that is earned through effort, persistence, and continuous improvement. Those with a growth mindset see failure not as something to fear, but as a lesson in disguise, a chance to adjust and try again. They understand that every setback is temporary and that progress comes through consistent effort, no matter how small. This mindset allows you to face life with resilience and determination, knowing that you can overcome whatever obstacles come your way. On the other hand, a fixed mindset is one that believes abilities and intelligence are static, that you are either born with certain talents or you're not. People with a fixed mindset view challenges as threats to their sense of self-worth. They are afraid to make mistakes because they fear being judged or failing. They often give up when faced with difficulty because they believe that if something doesn't come easily to them, it must not be meant for them. This mindset can create self-doubt, limiting beliefs, and a constant fear of failure. The truth is, success is not about being perfect from the start. It's about learning and growing along the way. When you have the right mindset, you approach each day with curiosity and an eagerness to grow. You understand that setbacks are just a part of the process, and that every time you fall, you have the opportunity to rise even stronger. A positive mindset encourages you to take action, knowing that you are capable of learning, adapting, and improving. It's not about avoiding challenges or seeking out the easiest path. It's about embracing the discomfort that comes with growth and understanding that this is where the real transformation happens. Your mindset shapes your reality because it influences the decisions you make and the actions you take. When you believe in your ability to grow and improve, you're more likely to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, and to push through difficulties. But when you doubt yourself, when you don't believe in your ability to change, you limit your potential. Your mindset also plays a critical role in your ability to handle adversity. Life is full of challenges and unexpected turns. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go according to plan, but your mindset determines how you respond. A strong, growth-oriented mindset allows you to face these challenges with optimism and perseverance. It allows you to see each challenge as a lesson, an opportunity to develop new skills and gain valuable experience. The way you think influences not only your personal growth, but also the way you interact with others. A positive mindset helps you build strong, supportive relationships because you approach others with empathy, encouragement, and understanding. A fixed mindset, on the other hand, can lead to jealousy, insecurity, and a fear of others' success. People with a growth mindset are more likely to celebrate the success of others, seeing it as a reflection of what's possible rather than a threat to their own potential. This mindset fosters collaboration, learning, and a sense of community, which are essential for personal and professional growth. One of the most powerful aspects of a growth mindset is its ability to transform your perception of failure. Instead of seeing failure as something to avoid, you begin to see it as an integral part of the journey. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to reassess, and to try again with greater knowledge and understanding. When you adopt a growth mindset, you no longer fear failure. Instead, you embrace it as a necessary stepping stone on the path to success. The power of mindset lies in its ability to shape not just the way you think, but the way you live. It can determine how far you go in life, how you overcome adversity, and how you continue to grow and evolve. If you want to achieve great things, the first step is to cultivate the right mindset. When you believe that you can grow, that challenges are opportunities, and that failure is part of the process, you open yourself up to limitless possibilities. Challenges are not obstacles to avoid, they are opportunities in disguise. The way you view challenges determines how you handle them and how you grow from them. Life is not a smooth, uninterrupted ride to success. There will be bumps, twists, and turns along the way. But each challenge you face has the potential to teach you something valuable. The most successful people in the world have faced countless obstacles, but what sets them apart is their ability to view these challenges as opportunities for growth, not reasons to quit. Every challenge, whether it's personal, professional, or emotional, forces you to stretch, adapt, and evolve. Without challenges, there would be no growth. You would stay stagnant, stuck in your comfort zone, never pushing the boundaries of what's possible. It's in overcoming these obstacles where the true transformation occurs. When you face a challenge, you're given the chance to develop new skills, learn resilience, and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. The key is in how you choose to respond. You can either let a challenge defeat you, or you can embrace it as a stepping stone towards your goals. The most successful individuals are not immune to challenges. They just have a different mindset when they encounter them. Instead of letting fear or frustration take over, they face challenges head on, determined to find a solution. They understand that setbacks are not permanent and that each obstacle is just another opportunity to improve, learn, and get closer to their goals. Challenges also teach you about perseverance. It's easy to give up when things get tough, to throw in the towel when the road gets hard, but it's in those moments of difficulty where your true character is forged. Every time you overcome a challenge, no matter how small, you build resilience. You become stronger, more capable, and more confident in your ability to face whatever comes next. Life will never stop throwing challenges your way. It's not a matter of if, but when. But every time you rise above a challenge, you grow and develop the skills necessary to take on even bigger challenges in the future. Over time, you begin to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities for advancement. Challenges also foster creativity. When you're faced with a problem, you are forced to think outside the box, to find innovative solutions. This is where real breakthroughs happen. It's not in the easy times that creativity flourishes, but in the moments when you're pushed to your limits. Challenges force you to think differently, to adapt, and to find new ways of approaching a situation. Without challenges, there would be no need for creative problem solving, and you would miss out on the potential to come up with solutions that you never would have considered otherwise. Additionally, challenges build confidence. Every time you overcome something difficult, you prove to yourself that you are capable, that you have what it takes to handle adversity. The more you face, the more confidence you gain in your ability to navigate future challenges. You begin to trust yourself, knowing that no matter what comes your way, you can figure it out. One of the most powerful aspects of challenges is that they reveal who you really are. When life is easy, it's hard to know what you're truly capable of. It's only when you're tested, when you face difficulty, that your true potential is revealed. Challenges strip away the facade and show you what you're made of. They help you discover your inner strength, resilience, and determination. You might not realize it at the time. Each challenge is helping you become the person you need to be to achieve your goals. Embracing challenges also shifts your perspective on success. Success is not about avoiding difficulties. It's about learning to navigate them. It's about developing the grit to keep going even when things don't go according to plan. Success is not about waiting for the right conditions or perfect timing. It's about working through adversity and remaining focused on your vision. When you learn to embrace challenges as opportunities, you free yourself from the fear of failure. You stop seeing setbacks as signs that you're not capable, and instead, you start seeing them as part of the process. Every challenge is an opportunity to get better, to refine your skills, and to move closer to the success you desire. The most successful people are those who have mastered the art of handling challenges. They don't shy away from difficulties. They face them with courage, determination, and a willingness to learn. When you start viewing challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles, you unlock a new level of potential within yourself. Every challenge is a chance to grow stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the next stage of your journey. The power of taking responsibility for your own actions cannot be overstated. When you take full responsibility for your life, you stop blaming external circumstances, people, or situations for your failures or setbacks. You accept that the outcome of your life is a direct result of the choices you make and the actions you take. You no longer see yourself as a victim of life's circumstances. Instead, you become the creator of your own destiny. Responsibility means acknowledging that you are the one who has the ability to change your situation. It means recognizing that every decision you make has a consequence and that you have the power to choose a different path if you're not happy with where you are. When you take responsibility for your actions, you gain control over your life. You stop waiting for someone else to fix things for you or for external factors to change in order for you to succeed. You realize that success doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment or from blaming others for your situation. It comes from taking action, from making conscious choices, and from owning your journey, no matter how difficult it may seem. Taking responsibility means that you don't make excuses. You don't blame the economy, your upbringing, your lack of resources, or any other external factor for your lack of progress. While circumstances do play a role in shaping your path, they don't define your destiny. Your response to those circumstances is what defines you. The moment you stop making excuses and start taking full responsibility for your life, you take back your power. This mindset is essential because excuses are what keep you stuck. They are the stories you tell yourself that hold you back from reaching your full potential. I don't have enough time. I'm not talented enough. Or I don't have the right connections. These are just excuses that prevent you from taking the actions necessary to achieve your goals. When you take responsibility, you eliminate these excuses. You stop allowing fear, doubt, or complacency to control your decisions. You acknowledge that no one else is going to come and do the work for you. No one else is going to create the life you want. You are. The key taking responsibility is understanding that you have a choice in every situation. You might not always have control over the external factors, but you always have control over how you respond. You can choose to be proactive, to find solutions, and to take the necessary actions to move forward, or you can choose to stay stagnant, wallowing in self-pity and excuses. Taking responsibility means that you stop waiting for things to change and start changing things yourself. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that you are powerless, especially when things aren't going your way. But when you take responsibility, you remind yourself that you have the ability to adapt, to learn, and to improve. Even if things aren't perfect, you can always make a decision to move in the right direction. You can always take one step forward, no matter how small. This is where the power of responsibility lies. It gives you the agency to create the life you want, regardless of the obstacles you face. Taking responsibility also means being honest with yourself. It's about acknowledging your mistakes, learning from them, and using them as stepping stones toward success. It's easy to make excuses, to point fingers at others, or blame circumstances for your failures, but when you take responsibility, you face the truth about your role in your outcomes. You understand that every choice you make has a consequence. And that if you want to change your life, you must first change your actions. This doesn't mean you should be hard on yourself or blame yourself for every setback. It means that you should take ownership of your actions, understand how they contribute to your results, and use that knowledge to make better choices moving forward. The moment you take responsibility, you stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for someone to approve of your dreams or your goals. You stop waiting for a situation to be perfect before you take action. You realize that you can take charge of your life at any moment. Success is not a waiting game. It's a series of intentional actions that align with your vision and goals. And it starts with taking responsibility for where you are right now. When you take responsibility, you stop playing the blame game and instead start looking for solutions. You stop feeling sorry for yourself and start taking consistent, deliberate action to improve your circumstances. You stop focusing on what you don't have and start focusing on what you can do with what you have. This shift in mindset is transformative because it takes away the power of external circumstances. You realize that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your destiny. Taking responsibility is a powerful tool for change because it empowers you to take ownership of your life and your future. The moment you stop making excuses and start taking responsibility, you unlock your true potential. You stop waiting for the perfect moment and instead you start creating that moment yourself.